Hello everyone, welcome to Career Launcher, and today we are going to talk about XAT. So this is a session of data interpretation. So XAT data interpretation holds last year we had 2 to 3 sets. Last year we had 4 sets. Last year we had 3 sets. So expected is you are going to get somewhere between 3 to 4 sets this year as well. So we are going to take those sets and see. So let's start. Okay. So first of all, tomorrow we are going to have CAT response sheet. So if you are doing fine, if you are having a decent score, I would say it's a high time to join PDP, so that you will, by the time your interview starts, you are very much prepared for interviews. So now let's move towards it. Okay. So this question says that Abdul has 8 factories with different capacities producing boutique kurtas in production process. He incurs raw material cost, selling cost, packaging, transportation, labor cost. These costs per kurta varies across the factories. In all these factories, a worker takes 2 hours to produce a kurta. Profit per kurta is calculated by deducting the raw material cost, selling cost, labor cost, and selling price. Okay, so basically the formula for profit is given to us. That is this: profit is equal to selling minus raw material minus selling cost minus labor cost. So selling cost, the question itself is defining, that is packaging and transportation. Okay, and there are 8 factories that are given, and my job is to solve the question. So in DI we don't have anything to solve, so we directly go to individual questions and we solve the questions. Okay, now the first question says that which of the following options is in decreasing order of raw material cost. So we are looking for raw material cost, and that is this. So I'm going to go with option 1, that is factory 3, factory 4, factory 7, factory 5. So I'm going to start with that and see what I can get. So I'm looking for raw material cost. So what is raw material cost? Raw material cost is, so it says profit is equal to selling price minus raw material cost minus selling cost minus labor cost. So raw material cost means selling price minus this into 2 this, and that is going to be my raw material cost. This is what it says. And why I am multiplying by 2? Because it is given that labor cost per hour, and to make every kurta a worker is taking 2 hours, and that's what it is telling us. Okay, so I'm going to calculate for factory 3, that is 5800 minus 900 minus 60 minus 1100. Okay, so 1100 plus 900 is 2000. 2000 means it is going to be 3800. So here raw material cost becomes 3740. That is 5800 minus 2000 minus 60, and that comes out to be 3740. I'm calculating for factory 4, that is 800 and 900, 450 into 2. So 1700. So 3800 minus 68 is going to be 3732. I'm simply calculating. Hello, Saksham. Okay, now I'm going to calculate. So basically, the raw material cost for factory 3 is higher than factory 4. So it means and is there any option that I can eliminate? And I'm looking for decreasing order. Decreasing order means first one should be higher than the second one. So here first one is lower than the second one. So this option is eliminated. I'm going to see 3 and 4 over here. I can see 3 and 4 over here. Okay. So basically this is the highest, this is second highest. Now I am calculating for factory 7. Okay. So for factory 7, what I am going to get? Raw material cost. So in XAT, generally we get these kind of questions where the calculation is a lot. So factory 7, this is going to be 500, 700, that is 1200. So 4900 minus 1200 is 3700. 3700 minus 85 is going to be what? That is going to be 3615. Okay, so this is what I got. Now let's calculate for factory 5. That is going to be 600. This is going to be 1200 because it is 2 hours. So 1800. 5400 minus 1800 is going to be what? 3600. So this is going to be 3575. So factory 3 is highest, then factory 4 is second highest, then this is third highest, then this is sorry, now what I'm writing. Okay, so this, then 7, then it is going to be 5. So 3475 should be the order. So 3475 is the order, and that I'm getting directly in option 1. So I'm not going to check for the remaining options. Am I getting my answer? Yes. So is it in decreasing order, first option? Yes. So in this case, I'm lucky because I picked up the first option and my first option got to be right. If first option is not right, then definitely I'm not going to calculate for second option. Now fifth is lesser than 7, so I can eliminate this option as well. Now 6 I have not calculated, 8 I have not calculated, 2 I have not calculated. Here 3 and 4 and 2. So I still need to calculate couple of more values if my first option was not right. By calculating first option, I am able to eliminate only 2 other options. Remaining 2 can be right, but I'm not worried about it because there is going to be only one possible answer. Now let's look at the next one. Which of the factories listed in the options below has the lowest sales margin? Now, what is sales margin? That is profit per kurta. That is sales margin. That is profit divided by selling price. Okay, and we are looking for the lowest one. Okay, so I am going to see 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is simply saying 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am going to calculate for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for 2, it is 800 divided by 5300. So 8 by 53. Okay, it is close to 1 by 7. For factory 4, it is 8 by 55. So definitely this value is lower than this value. So factory 2 cannot be the answer. Now it is going to be 600 divided by 5400. That is going to be definitely 1 by 9, 6 by 54. So factory 4 also cannot be the answer. Okay, now let's look at the other one. Now for factory 6, it is going to be 875 upon 6,000. It is definitely greater than 1 by 9. So again, this cannot be the answer. So this is also eliminated. So till now, it looks like answer is option 5, but let's calculate for the last one as well. This is 500 divided by 4900, and this value is very close to 1 by 10. So where I'm going to get the lowest value, that's going to be factory 7. So this is also eliminated. So I can directly say that my answer of this question is going to be option E, that is factory 7. I hope everyone is clear with this. Yes or no? Now, let's look at the next question. What does it say? It says that Abdul has received an order for 2000 kurtas. Okay. From a big retail chain. They want to collect the finished pre-packaged kurtas directly from the factory, saving him the selling cost. To deliver the order, he can use multiple factories for the production. Now, which of the following options will ensure the maximum profit? Okay. Now, when I am talking about profit now, when the question is talking about a profit now Abdul is not incurring this cost. So it means this cost is going to be moving to this profit. Now he wants to maximize the profit. So in factory 1, what is the profit he is going to look for? That is going to be 835. In this, what is the profit he is going to get? He is going to get a profit of 845. In factory 3, what is the profit he is going to get? He is going to get a profit of 960. In this, what is the profit he is looking for? That is going to be 868. Now, in this, what is the profit he is going to get? That is going to be 675. Now, here, what is the profit he is going to look for? That is going to be 940. And here, it is going to be what? 585, very low. I'm not going to use this factory, and it is going to be 670. So, where he is getting highest profit, that is factory 3. He is getting highest profit in factory 3. And he is looking for 2000 kurtas. But the problem with factory 3, it has a capacity only 800. So it means I need 1200 remaining kurtas from somewhere else, which has second highest margin, that is 940. And this is making only 1100 kurtas. So I need to find out one more factory that makes 100 kurtas, which is the third factory that has the highest margin, that is going to be 864. That is going to be this, and I'm going to take 100 kurtas from here. So factory 3, factory 4, and factory 6, there are 3 factories are going to be there that are going to be used. That is going to be 3, 6, and 4. That is option D. I hope everyone is clear with this. Now, Abdul has introduced a new technology in all his factories. As a result, a worker needs 1.5 hours to produce a kurta. If raw material cost and selling cost remains the same, which of the following factories listed option below will yield the highest profit per kurta? Okay. So we are looking for what? We are looking for highest profit. Now, what is his profit is going to be? His profit is going to be, initially, his labor was taking 2 hours. Now his labor is taking 1.5 hours. So half hours of labor's cost is going to be added in his profit. That's what question is saying. Because if you are able to finish the job in 2 hours, and instead of that you are able to finish it in 1.5 hours, so in half an hour, the cost that Abdul is incurring in half an hour, that is not being incurred. So it means he's saving 0.5 hours income. So which factory we are talking about? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm only going to calculate for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Half hour's cost is 200. So 800 plus 200, that is going to be his total profit is going to be 1000 over here. 550, half of 550 is going to be what? 275. So it is going to be 1175. Okay, it's reasonably high. So basically factory 2 cannot be the answer. Okay. Now 450, half of 450 is 225. Is still not greater than 1145. So 800 plus 225, that is going to be less than 1175, whatever this value is. So it cannot yield the highest profit per kurta. Half of 600 is 300. So it is going to be 900. Again, not the highest. So rejected. For factory 6, it is half hour is 200. So 875 plus 200 is going to be 1075. Again, not the highest. So which factory is generating the highest profit? That is going to be factory 3. That is going to be the answer. So Aman, and let's check the answers. So basically all the answers we have calculated are right. So Aman, are you saying that only PYQs are enough? I would say PYQs are a good point to start with, but I won't say that only PYQs might not be good enough. Fine. So apart from PYQ, solve some other material as well, because there are not a lot of things you are going to find in PYQs. And over the period of a time, they kept on changing the pattern. So Aman, I think in CL portal, you are going to have a lot of different things. In DI, you are going to have a lot of different material. So that is going to help you a lot. Fine. So apart plus write XAT mocks as well. And you are going to get a reasonable idea. Got it? Now let's start set 2. Okay. Now it says that there are 6 teams playing a hockey tournament where each team is playing against each team exactly once at intermediate stage. The status is as follows. So basically in this question, the status is something that is given to us. Okay, fair point. So if status is given now, and what is the status? It is saying that now how many matches team A is playing, how many matches team B is playing, how many matches team C is playing, how many matches. So every team is playing 2 matches, that is given to us. Okay. Now what are other things? The table is giving that number of matches won, number of matches lost. So these kind of things that are given. Okay. Total goals scored are given, total goals conceded by every team is given, and number of draws that are given. So okay. Now let's see. Which of the following matches are yet to be played? Okay. Which of the score line is a possible outcome in the tournament? Okay. Which of the following score line is not a possible outcome in tournament? Okay. So it is a set of games in tournament. So whenever you find a set of games in tournament, there is a standard type of table that we make, that is A, B, C, D, E, and F. Then I'm going to have A, B, C, D, E, and F. So basically, we are going to make this kind of table in all the games and tournament sets where we are talking about football or number of goals. It may be football, it may be hockey, or whatever it is. Okay. Now I'm going to see who's playing, who's going to play against whom. Now, first thing I am going to say that A is not going to play against A, B is not going to play against B, C is not going to play against C, D is not, and E is not, and F is not. So this is what I know. Okay. A is playing 2 matches against whom? I don't know. Okay. And A is winning both the matches. Okay. Team B is playing 1 match. 1 match is won, 1 match is drawn. Okay. C is playing 2 matches. One is won, one is drawn. Okay. D is drawing both the matches. It means A and D, there is a match. And C and D is also, sorry, not A and D, B and C, B and D, and C and D. There must be a match, and both matches must be draw. Because if D is drawing 2 matches, B is having 2 draws, it means it must have against 2 different teams. So which 2 other teams? That can only be against B and C. Okay. Now, it is having it has done 1 goal, it has conceded 1 goal. It means, and it is having only draws, right? So if I'm going to talk about D, so it cannot concede 1 goal and make 1 goal. So basically, if we are talking about draws, it should be 1-1 and 0-0. Okay. Now C is not taking any goals. Number of conceded goals by C is going to be 0. It means 1-1 cannot be a scenario between C and D. So between C and D, it is going to be 0-0, and between B and D, it is going to be 1-1. So D and B, it is going to be 1-1, and D and C, it is going to be 0-0, and this is what I know so far. Okay, so one team is done. This. I'm not going to use it anymore. Okay. Now B conceded 1 goal. So now what are the number of goals remaining by B? That is going to be 4 and 0. So B must be winning against 4 and 0. Okay. Against which team B can win as 4 and 0? It cannot win against E, because if B is making 0 goals and B is taking 0 goals, and E is sorry, this is E's score, this is B's score. So if B is playing with 4 and 0 with E, then E has 1 goal left out. So in the next match, E is going to have this score. It means second match E has to win. Is it a possible scenario? No. So it means B must be winning against whom? B must be winning against team F. So that is going to be B and F is going to be 4, 0, and F and B is going to be 0, 4. Now I got B sorted as well. Now how many goals are remaining for F? That is going to be 3 and 0. Okay. Now which team can make 3 goals against F? C cannot, because C has made only 2 goals. So the only possible team is going to be team A. So that is going to be 3 and 0. So F is taking 0, 3 goals. Okay, so this is the arrangement for F. Now F is also done. So F is also done. Now which team that is left out? I have left out 2 teams, A, C, and 2 matches of E. Now A has already made 3 goals, so remaining number of goals are 2, taking 1 goal. So between A and E, there is going to be 2-1. Now the A scenario is done. E is taking 1 goal against A. E is making 1 goal against A and conceding 2 goals. Now, and B and C and E, the only possible outcome that is left out is going to be 2-0, and C and E is going to be 0, 2. And this is the total table that is going to look like that A played 2 games, B 2 games, C 2 games, D 2 games, E 2 games, and F 2 games. Now, which of the following matches are yet to be played? So A and B is yet to be played. C and D not yet to be played. It is already played. So first option is gone. C and D is already gone. E and F is yet to be played. B and D already played. That was a draw. C and D already played. A and B, E and F. So answer of this question is going to be option E. That is A and B and E and F. Okay. Which is the score line that is possible? Outcome in the tournament, AD 1-0, definitely not. AE 2-1, that is true. BD 1-0, no. C and F 2-0, no. So answer is of this question is directly going to be option B. Which of the score is not possible? A and F 4-0, not possible. B and F is a not possible outcome in the tournament. A and F 4-0, oh no. B and F 4-0, oh, B and F 4-0 is a possible outcome. C and D 0-0, again a possible outcome. C and E is 2-0, again a possible outcome. So which of the following is a not possible outcome? That is option 1. That is team A and F. That is 4-0 is not at all possible. So answer of this question is going to be option A. So these are the answers that we are getting. And XAT online classes are already there. So if you want, you can scan to join. And that's it from my end. Now, anyone has any doubt? So if you have any doubt, I would take your doubts. Okay.